Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And I'd love to really hear where the vision came from, for you to see a World Indigenous Festival up on that site. And,
Well, first thing, being home country, clan country, I've been doing many festivals for the last 20 years, and usually in every festival there's no cultural content, there's no cultural law or anything like that running through it, so that inspired me to design a festival or a gathering especially for Indigenous people, a voice for them. And with this Fields of Healing, there's people from all walks of life coming along. The youth have got a platform to speak from, so their voice can be heard, which is important. The youth, they're our future elders and leaders there.
So that site up there is a very special place, huh?
Yes, it's a very, very special place. It's a place where in the dream time, in the Budjaram, that's where our law was laid down on the very first Bora ground, and that's where the beginning of the pathway that leads from the east coast through Uluru and right over to Western Australia. So that pathway was last used in 1830. So today, to have a festival there, it's a good feeling. Yep, sitting where the ancient footsteps used to be.
Wow, so you feel like it's a real return to something and also a beginning of something new.
Yeah. Well, it's a combination of both old and new, and just being on the pathway, I get tingles just to walk across it, walk over it. It still has that power about it. Yeah.
And I've heard you talk about the sunrise songline.
That's right. Well, that's one name for it. It's not the Aboriginal name, but that's one name it's known by, the sunrise songline, because as we journeyed into the desert, went into the west, it was easy to find our way back home because we'd face to the east and just walk towards the sunrise, which took us back home to our country. So that's our GPS in the sky.
Yeah. So for such a special place and such a special gathering to have these visiting elders coming from around the world, what does that mean to you, and how is that special thing for you to be inviting and welcoming them onto that site there?
Well, I think we've come to a time in human history where the world is changing, and I think it's good for all us Indigenous people to get together and talk. And we could talk about everything, our youth, the future, the past, and put it all together and see if we can come up with something positive. And hopefully it'll send out a vibration, have a ripple effect there. So maybe might make it all the way down to Canberra, Washington, who knows?
So it's a pretty unique gathering. How long do you feel like you've been waiting for this to really come?
Probably half my life.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Also, you're talking about the youth, and to see that handover from the old to the new. And I know you were talking too about even that handover from the grandfather to grandmother time.
Yes, and that goes back to the time I spoke about a while back. We're living in a new time now. We're living in the grandmother time, the grandmother dreaming. Before that, 2 years ago, a big rock went past the earth, and it signified to us that there was a changeover from the grandfather time to the grandmother time. So we're living in a time where there's a female energy all around the planet, and it just means some female, or most females will be empowered, but some will use it wisely, some will waste it. So the ones that want to use it wisely, we need to help them. It's up to us warriors to help them along. So you look around today, there's a lot of females out there doing the right thing. So yeah.
So do you see this as an opportunity for those young women to come and and really receive a bit of a mantle or a passing on or something?
I'd say so. I think so. I think it's important that they're made aware of it in the first place, and then we can guide them from there. Yeah.
So what would you love to see sort of come out of this event? You said it's a seed of something. What would you love to see come out of it?
Was the first one. This is good how it started already, and hopefully we can grow on this. So next year we might be able to have camping. Might be able to have a permit for a few more people. But I imagine in future it's going to attract more Indigenous people from around the world.
Yep.
I mean that's everyone. I mean, a long time ago we were all Indigenous. Long time ago, but some got modern, some stayed natural.
And do you think that side up there, being in the east, there's significance for all these people coming from around the world at this time now? Is this, you say that it's been dreamed up some ways by the ancestors in spirit?
Well, I like to think that our ancestors have a lot to do with it. I mean, you can plan this, you can plan that. Most of the time it doesn't come off. But with the help of our ancestors, obstacles are sort of removed out of our pathway. So that enables us to carry forward. Yeah.
And it's one of the things that I've loved in meeting Ben and Unity Earth, and their willingness to meet you and really understand you have a vision for this, and let that be the driving force. And
well, it's good. I've been thinking about it for years, and it wasn't until I met Ben a few weeks ago. I just sort of showed up and thought, okay, let's run with it and go from there. But we'll, one step at a time. We'll take it further. I mean, this is the first festival. Next year will be even bigger.
Yeah, so it is a big opportunity for people to have that personal healing, but also the healing the earth is a big one for me. And I have a passion for it. Unity Earth has a passion for it, but really listening to the elders and the custodians talking about how important that is. Do you see this as an opportunity for us to heal, not just there, but other places?
Well, we need to heal. Everyone that walks this earth has a responsibility to look after the earth, and that's well, I'm speaking from Aboriginal law sort of way, and I think everyone's got a responsibility to look after the land and the water. That's our future.
Yeah, and to have the little ones hearing those stories handed down from the elders is almost the most important, isn't it?
It's very, very important. Yeah.
And it's one of those things that we've lost. It used to be every night around the fire.
Every race on earth, they got their storytellers. Some, keep it up. A lot of people still do storytelling. Some, they just put their TV on in front of the kids. Hey, watch TV. That takes place. iPods, tablets, and all that. It's been replaced.
So that'd be really pretty special to see all these little ones off their screens and sitting and listening, huh?
Well, they're going to use their other senses, their ears, for starters, and eyes, their mind. It'll be different from them. Well, hopefully Uncle Artie will be there with his electric gum leaf.
That's right. Uncle Artie Williams and the Electric Gum Leaf Ensemble.
They are just hot. People don't miss that.
Well, it's going to be a world debut, isn't it?
Yep.
Before Australia's Got Talent.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's just warming to that.
Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, and thanks for coming out and sitting here in the bush. Appreciate that with the insects and all.
Yeah.
And we really hope that everyone come join us at Fields of Healing, Byron Bays 2018. It's November 24th and 25th up at beautiful North Byron Parklands. It's a 2-day, pretty amazing gathering of Indigenous culture, music, art, youth, kids activities, weaving, really something for everyone. And it's a completely family friendly, drug and alcohol free event. Kids 15 and under are free to come, and we're just so excited for everyone to sort of weave their own story into this collective vision and the tangible outcomes that can come from this, and the healing for ourselves, for each other as communities, and for the earth, and onwards, hopefully rippling out, as Magpie said, to the world with that vibration. So thanks so much.
Anyway.
I can hear their calling as they ride through me their song. can feel their spirits as they're singing me back home to travel across the land of our people still so strong.